So I have POTS. I'm chronically ill and disabled, and I understand that it is difficult for humans to empathize with experiences they've never dealt with before. So I'm constantly on the lookout for similarities or ways that I can explain my illness to people that will make sense to able-bodied people. And I came up with one today that I think I actually like. Earlier today, I was trying to come up with a way to explain to somebody else the feeling of restlessness that I deal with when I am bedbound or when I am wheelchair reliant. I am so incredibly lucky. That is not my everyday experience, and I understand that there are people who have it worse. But on days when I am stuck in bed or stuck in my wheelchair, it's incredibly frustrating to try to explain to people that I'm not being lazy and it's not enjoyable to be there. So I try to explain it as, you know, the feeling that you get when you're on a really long flight or a really long road trip and you are stuck in the car or in your seat and it's little and it's uncomfortable, and it would be fine if you were only there for a few minutes, but where you're there for hours on end and you don't know when you're going to land, if you have a layover or you're stuck in the car for some reason. That is the feeling that I am experiencing, where I cannot get up. It is not an option and there isn't space and it's uncomfortable and I don't want to be here anymore. That, I feel, would be easier to understand as an able-bodied person than just saying, I don't want to be in my bed. Because a lot of times the experience of well people is that the bed is a comfortable place to be. Of course you want to stay there. It's lovely, it's warm, it's soft, it's safe. But when you're stuck there for hours and hours and you don't see an end in sight, that's frustrating and confusing and irritating. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Empathy is an incredibly powerful tool, especially when it comes to chronic illness and disability. If you are willing to listen and sit with it and try to see a situation from the other person's perspective, you are going to be such an ally. That is such a power move on your part. Okay, I love you, bye.